Imagine waking up 50,000 years ago with no hospitals, no medicine, and no safety net at all. A small cut could turn deadly. A broken bone could heal wrong, and fever alone could kill you. Yet somehow, without pharmacies or antibiotics, our ancestors didn't just survive, they actually thrived for millennia. They crossed entire continents, endured brutal ice ages, and hunted massive predators most of us couldn't imagine. So how exactly was that even possible? The answer is far more fascinating than simple toughness. Modern archaeology, genetics, and medical science reveal something surprising about how these people truly survived.
Antibiotics soon revolutionized treatment for bacterial diseases that had once killed millions of people worldwide. Understanding this remarkable survival story also explains why the human body still works this way.
To understand ancient survival, we first need to rethink what medicine actually meant back then. They didn't have laboratories or prescription medicine, but they were never truly defenseless against disease. The human immune system evolved over millions of years into one of nature's greatest defenses.
Every encounter with bacteria or viruses taught their immune systems to adapt and remember better.
Natural selection quietly favored people with stronger immunity, faster healing, and greater resistance to illness. Scientists studying ancient DNA found genetic adaptations that still protect many people living safely today. These changes weren't perfect, but across thousands of generations they boosted humanity's odds of survival. But biology alone wasn't enough to explain it. Something else became just as essential to survival. Long before pharmacies existed, nature itself became humanity's very first medicine cabinet for healing.
Through generations of trial and error, people learned exactly which plants could ease their pain. Willow bark contains salicin, a natural compound that eventually inspired the modern invention of aspirin itself.
Honey has powerful antibacterial properties and is still used in specialized modern wound care today. Certain types of natural clay showed genuine antimicrobial effects when later tested inside modern laboratories.
Tree resins contain compounds capable of slowing dangerous bacterial growth on open wounds as well.
These discoveries don't mean ancient medicine always worked, since many treatments still failed badly then. Countless people back then died from infections and injuries modern medicine could now easily cure. But these early humans weren't blindly guessing. They were building real knowledge through careful observation.
This hard-earned knowledge passed from elders to children, generation after generation, for thousands of years.
Unlike today's sedentary lifestyle, ancient humans spent nearly every single waking hour moving their bodies. They hunted, gathered food, climbed steep terrain, and carried heavy loads across difficult landscapes daily. This constant physical activity strengthened muscles, improved heart health, and helped regulate their metabolism naturally. Their diets looked nothing like today's food, filled instead with wild game, fish, and roots. These foods were rich in protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats naturally occurring together. There was virtually no refined sugar or ultra-processed ingredients anywhere within their entire daily diet. Studies of remaining modern hunter-gatherer communities show remarkably low rates of obesity and chronic disease today. That doesn't mean they were entirely healthier overall, since trauma and disease posed constant deadly threats. Perhaps the most remarkable discovery is that survival was never only an individual's own achievement. Archaeological evidence reveals ancient people who survived crushed bones, amputated limbs, and severe disabling arthritis. These individuals lived on for years afterward, meaning their families and communities clearly cared for them. Food was shared, protection was provided, and knowledge passed from one generation to the next. In many ways, compassion itself became one of humanity's greatest and most underrated survival technologies. Modern scientists keep uncovering fresh evidence through DNA analysis and advanced archaeological imaging techniques now. One truth becomes clearer with every discovery. Ancient humans didn't conquer nature. They worked with it. But one enormous question still remains unanswered. Why did humanity eventually need modern medicine at all? Our ancestors survived despite disease, not because they had ever truly conquered it entirely at all. Prehistoric life expectancy was heavily shaped by infant mortality and dangerous, frequent childbirth complications everywhere.
A simple bacterial infection that antibiotics now cure easily could once have been completely fatal.
A deep hunting wound or an infected tooth frequently ended lives modern medicine would easily save. Those who survived into old age often carried lifelong disabilities and constant, unrelenting chronic pain daily. Nature gave humans incredible survival capacity, but it also imposed limits only science could overcome. The turning point came when humans stopped guessing and began understanding why diseases truly occurred. Microscopes revealed an entire invisible world of bacteria and viruses shaping human history all along. Germ theory in the 19th century proved illness came from pathogens, not curses or bad air. Vaccines trained the immune system to fight dangerous infections before they could ever strike hard. Antibiotics soon revolutionized treatment for bacterial diseases that had once killed millions of people worldwide. Anesthesia made complex surgery possible without patients enduring completely unbearable pain during any procedure at all. Medical imaging like X-rays, CT scans, and MRIs let doctors see injuries without a single incision. Today, researchers use artificial intelligence and genomic sequencing to detect diseases earlier than ever before. Even with all this modern technology, medicine still depends on that same resilient human body.
Survival was never about one single miracle. It was adaptation, knowledge, cooperation, and constant innovation together.
The journey from a prehistoric cave to a modern operating room was never a sudden leap. Next time you reach for medicine, remember, it's the newest chapter in a story that began long ago.